very, very much for being here with us today. A historical day for the City of Palmview as we open our very first municipal library.
Several years ago, we talked to Mr. Perez, is right here in front of me, Jail Perez, and we were trying to take some of our gym back from school that we also house here. We house a Premier Academy, which are kids that drop out for whatever reason, but they're 17, 18, and they want to come back and they want to graduate. And sometimes they don't fit in a regular high school where there's 2,000 kids. They can't function. So they need smaller learning environments. So we had opened up a school many years ago here, and we were going back to that. So it's not about a library only. Palmview's also bettering the quality of life for kids from other cities here. And so that's been going on for years. We graduate over 120 kids there, and that wouldn't be happening without the city. And those kids are working, they're welding, they're police officers, they're construction workers, they're productive members of our community, and that's what we want. And so we had talked about getting back that building right there, which was the original Boys and Girls Club for Palmview, about close to 30 years ago. And wheeling and dealing and talking, and finally came to an agreement. We got a raise in our rent, right? We got more money for the city, which allowed us to pump a little money into this building. And they gave us that facility. Well, they didn't give it, it was ours, but in the agreement, it was that, they were to use it. So we got it back. We put them over there in their facility, kept them in the gym. And we also have, it's been about a little over a year that we opened, that we had 2 years ago, actually. And we had T-Mobile here as well, who gave us a grant. It was for $50,000. And that was great. So we also provide services for kids that might not want to be running outside in the hot sun all the time in the summer. They can come indoors and do recreational activities, learning. There's Wi-Fi, there's internet, and there's also computers for the kids there as well. Well, fast forward to, so we were talking about doing that, and it came to fruition. And then we talked about where we're at today, which is the library. And we had the school board who had a dilapidated building in La Jolla, which is where I worked for. Several of us worked for La Jolla. And they're not using politics there, right? But other cities had been donated portables, dilapidated portables. And we humbly asked, and we were, I think, the last city to get one. And here it is. We pumped in about $50,000 into this building. Some of it was grant money, right? Donated money. You heard Irma talk to you about all of you. It's not about the mayor. I just carry the title, but it's everybody, that put their piece to make this happen for our community. And I know Mr. Leo probably won't accept it, but a lot of penny pinching also, and meeting with all these 4 commissioners that are here in front of you, and Mr. Joel Garcia, who's not present at the time as well. A lot of, discussing, and yeses and nos and whys, and a lot of questions. Irma just talked to you about, we didn't know the whole process, but we wanted it to happen, right? And so it's here now, and a lot of budgeting. Fortunately, we've had a good relationship also with other entities like Agua Sud, who's also bringing in the sewer, right? It's another project that we're dealing with on this highway that's on 495, which in 2 years we're going to fully pave it once they finish the project over there on 495 and in front of EB Reina. There's still some issues that are going on there that they're going to take care of. And once that happens, it's going to be a wider road for us. So it's not only dealing with other cities, it's also dealing with our own, with Agua Sud, the school board, talked to you about how this happened. And you heard from Mercedes all the way to Sullivan and some of the cities that have elected officials that are here to represent us as well. So all of this for what? To better our community.
I want to begin by just sharing a message from an author named Alice Hoffman. And her message was, "A library is not a luxury, but one of the necessities of life. Books may well be the only true magic." And all of us, I'm sure here, love books. Maybe we hope we could spend more time reading books. Everybody has such busy lives. But we are very proud to be one of the first investors in the City of Palmview's library. Michael, your city manager, reached out to us a few years ago, right before the pandemic, around that time. And actually our investment was both in the city's library, and at that time it was a dream, but we knew that with Michael's leadership, and the city commissioners, backing, making sure that this was going to happen, that it was going to be a worthwhile investment. We believe in the power of mobilizing individuals to improve the quality of life for everyone. And that's really what your team here at the City of Palmview has done. You've mentioned all of the partnerships, all of the different entities that you're working with, and that is a true reflection of what happens when minds come together, when people come together.
What an opportunity to be here and represent T-Mobile, especially for such an important key component of the foundation to future success, right? I think everybody talked today about how important a library is, and for T-Mobile to be able to plant a seed anywhere in there to foster the future and the success of not just this community, but other communities are going to have is extremely, extremely exciting. So as you were saying, it feels like just yesterday we were kind of right over here on the other side where T-Mobile awarded $50,000 to hometown grant, right, for the build out of this library, but also to be able to connect the future to internet, right, to have technology that they normally don't have. So it's super exciting to do that. And today we're back celebrating the city's vision brought to life. You mentioned, several people mentioned today, it was a thought before, and now it's a reality. I'm so proud that T-Mobile was able to do and be part of that reality for the City of Palmview. This is what it's truly about, creating connections and providing access and tools along with resources that matter to the community. It's really what T-Mobile is foundationally built on, right? Our mission is to be the best in the world and connecting all of you to your world. And being able to contribute that in here is truly awesome. Thank you for having us. We cannot wait to see how this library and access to technology really helps out the community. And as we're here today, I also hear there's people from different other cities, right? T-Mobile's hometown grant, which is what was delivered here for $50,000, is still available to any other community in the surrounding areas. And if your community has something that you're looking to build and need the support of T-Mobile, reach out to me. I can connect you of how to submit that hometown grant, but we want to be part of the community furthermore here in the RGV.
So we're gonna cut our ribbon, and that is super exciting for us. And I want, how many kids do we have here? We have children, right? Great. We want you all to come inside and enjoy the readings of Dr. Aida Cunha Garza and also David Leija. They've got books that they've written. Dr. Aida's book is Capirotada with My Abuela. And also David Leija, where are you, David? Right over here. It's TK's first lesson. There might be a tiger or two in there. I don't know. You all will have to go inside. We invite you to come inside with us after we do the ribbon cutting. There's some sandwiches. We want you all to enjoy it. Check out the library, and maybe you can check out a couple of books too. Thank you all very much for being here. Please join us right here on the ramp. We're going to do the official ribbon cutting.
3, 2, 1. Yay!
My grandma lived in a house behind ours, just a few steps away. And I would help her with her gardening and clean her house.
What we're doing here with the library, we're learning to read. You're gonna change your mind, but by learning to love, you're gonna learn how to really change the world. So, without further ado, this library, he takes personal.
Because I truly believe as an author that putting the right book in the right child's hands can change your life forever and change your life for the better. So when I heard that you guys were doing this, having the ribbon cutting, I had no hesitation once Mr. Torres gave me a call to participate. I mean, I told him, sign me up, because it's just great to come out here and introduce the children, right, to one, reading, but then also to any local author. It could be myself, Dr. Ida, so they know that that's here in their own backyard, right? So getting a child to accept and embrace, literacy in any way is a win for all of us.
I am just in awe of how everybody came together to help us, all the other cities, the organizations that I know I've seen in the school system who asked for donations, which is I think it's the American Way or the United Way. And it's good to see that these donations actually come back to the people, come back to the communities. And I do tell them when we're at school, these funds really do go back to our communities. And your small contributions make such a big difference.
I'm very excited because I'm being part of history. What to look for? Looking forward to teaching educational courses, health courses, citizenship courses, and of course the children. We cannot forget the children. We're going to have story time, crafts, and anything that they want. I'm also looking for volunteers, anyone who wants to teach something or that has a skill that wants to promote or share with the community. Just come and talk to me.
Libraries are beacons of knowledge for our community, and it was long coming. And we are so excited that it all finally came to fruition. We had the pandemic that kind of stood as an obstacle, but to see it here, it just amazing that we now have this resource for our community, because we know how important literacy is to a community.
It's a lot better than what I was expecting. It looks pretty fantastic. It's just like the beginning. I know Palmview has a better future for just not only this library, but for the whole community, for the whole public.
City of Palmview, you've got a wonderful facility here. Bring the family out, bring the children out. This is the place to be, and it's not just about like I said, they said before, the learning part, checking out a book. It's about coming in with future programs of learning a trade, or even anything that you want to learn yourself. You can't do it without books and without a library.
Please come out and get your children signed up for their library card. I know the kids are coming in here and they're wanting to grab some books and taking them home to read. I think that's absolutely beautiful. Please come and be a part of this wonderful resource that is here for your children to enjoy.
Books are a window to so many opportunities and stories. We relate to the stories that are in those books, so come. You have books in bilingual and programming in bilingual, so we welcome and invite everybody to come on over.